A hot mess. Was my thumbnail on my first hand. I did film it from beginning to end just in case I missed any. Hey y'all, welcome in. Welcome to my channel. If you already watched one of my videos, go ahead and just click that subscribe button because we obviously already vibing. Help me reach my goal of 1,000 subscribers by my birthday this August 18th, 2020. Alright y'all, so last night I filmed doing these nails, Polygel nails. I definitely learned from my first experience. It improved upon it. I definitely have much better experience doing these. I will say that this is definitely a little bit different than I had originally planned my second Polygel nails video to be, because originally this video was supposed to be a refill of the first nails, but those came off long ago, and quite honestly they were kind of a hot mess. But I'm very happy with how these turned out, and hope you enjoy the video. Let's get on to it. Alright, so today I'm just starting with clean nails. They have pretty much completely grown out from the last application I had on them, so they are shiny and new and they need to be buffed up for sure. I got this nail drill by Aircy off of Amazon. This is my first time using it. I just went over the instructions and looked up some information about which bits to use, and I decided to use the mandrel bit with a fine grit sandpaper on top of it in order to buff the nails. I then went in with this smaller soft bit in order to go around the cuticles. I had a fairly easy time using this drill, considering it was the first time I was ever using a nail bit drill like this. But go ahead and comment down below if you'd like me to film a full review and overview of this nail drill coming from a beginner's perspective. I now went in with a dual form. I'm fitting it on my first finger. I got these little cheap moldable forms off of Amazon. This is my first time using these as well. Based off of my first experience with Polygel Nails that is up on my channel, my first video, I decided that I had mixed feelings regarding the dual forms that came with the Polygel nails. Those are the things that you fill with the Polygel and then press on. I kind of had a difficult time with it. I might give it another go in the future, but for the purposes of this video, I wanted to go ahead and try the paper forms that you see here. Now I'm just going to go ahead and apply my base coat and then cure with the light for 60 seconds. Now I'm going in with the number 8 color in the Cassilia Polygel nail set. It's this pretty transparent, like tinted pink color. Just went ahead and applied it straight to the nail, and I am using a slip solution in the brush provided to go ahead and form it to my nail. Based on research and having my nails done in the past, I knew to focus on building the sides of the wall as well as making sure that there's a good amount of product on top of the natural nail itself in the center towards the cuticle, the apex if you will, in order to provide a strong nail structure. When I was done forming the nail, I went ahead and cured it with the light for 2 minutes. I went ahead and popped off the paper form, and this is what we were working with. I attempted to shape the nail a little bit before I got to the filing portion. I decided that I needed to apply a little bit more. I found in going through all of the nails that it definitely was not one and done when it came to applying the polygel and curing it. I felt the best mode of action was to apply one thin layer to start over the entirety of the nail space that you wanted to cover, and then go back and thicken and reinforce the areas that needed it after the first curing. When I was done with my second application of polygel, I went ahead and cured for another minute. I then went ahead and started filing. I For this first nail, just use the standard emery board that was included in the Casilla Polygel Nail set, just so it was where I was more comfortable with, but I do begin to use the nail drill that I purchased on the other 9 nails. After filing until my heart was content, I went ahead and grabbed one of the nail cleaner bags that was included in the original nail kit. I believe it's just a little alcohol wipe to go ahead and clean the excess filings off of the nail, and this is what I was left with. I then decided that I was going to go ahead and take my drill with a slightly rougher bit attached and smooth out the entirety of the nail with that. Here is the finally finished and filed nail. I went ahead and applied a top coat and cured for 60 seconds. And here we have it, finally the first completed nail. For the purposes of this video, I went ahead and sped up the process of forming the second nail quite a bit. I used the same number 8 color for the second nail, however, I do alternate the shapes between a coffin shape and a short stiletto shape for some of my nails, just my own preference. Now moving on to my third nail, I just went ahead and applied the base coat, cured for 60 seconds. And then I went in with a different color, a number 3. It was this opaque cotton candy pink color. After forming it, I went ahead and cured it and filed until my heart was content, and here is the end result. I did not find during this process that I was able to get to a point where I was comfortable forming multiple nails at one time and curing multiple nails at one time. But that is something I touched on in my previous video. It may have something to do with the texture of the product itself and maybe the particular brand that I purchased based on other tutorials that I've seen online using different brands of this polygel nail. But I did find that applying the top coat to one nail and the base coat to another nail at the same time was one way to save a little bit of time. The last nail that I filmed for this video was my thumbnail on my first hand. I did film it from beginning to end just in case I missed any steps in filming clips from the previous nails. I went back in with the original number 3 translucent color. One note I did want to make is that in both the number 3 cotton candy opaque gel as well as the number 4 that I ended up using on the other hand, I had a much harder time getting the opaque gels to cure as I did the translucent gel that you see me working with now. I'm not sure why that is, just something to do with the formula, but I found the opaque colors to be a lot stickier and harder to cure rather than the clear ones. Another thing I wanted to touch on was the fact that this is by no means a quick and easy process, whereas I am very happy with the results and I was happy I was able to do that at home, and I certainly am saving a lot of money by being able to do this on my own using these affordable supplies rather than paying to have them done. Especially coming from a beginner's perspective, it took quite a few hours that I currently have because of quarantine, but it is something to take into account next time you are able to go to the nail salon, that some of the cost and what you're paying for them is not just the expertise and talent for applying the nails, but also the efficiency in which they as professionals can get them done. But I'm sure with time and practice that this will come a lot more naturally to me and you as well, should you choose to start doing your own nails at home. And are you ready for this? Yes, shiny, beautiful, and pow. Okay, first hand done, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, I see what you're working with. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and boom. That's what we're talking about. Second hand done. You can see I used a slightly different opaque color on a couple of my fingers. On the other hand, I actually learned to prefer that one over the cotton candy pink. Thank you guys so much for watching all the way to the end. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them down below. And go ahead and click that subscribe button if you want to see how these hold up in a couple of weeks. Alright y'all, thank you so much for watching. Again, my name is Amanda Peridot on here. go ahead and click that subscribe button. If you made it all the way to the end, we obviously got something going here. We vibing. You can go ahead and follow me on Instagram and TikTok, Amanda Parado, same way as it's spelled everywhere else. And y'all have a fantastic day. Bye.